Daniel, many congratulations. How did that feel?
Felt awesome. Definitely as good as the first. I think the first is great, but the second you realise basically a bit quicker what went on, and in a way you're able just to enjoy it quicker. So yeah, when I crossed the line, I knew what was going down, and I let out a lot of emotion.
Yeah, absolutely. What about the satisfaction of taking down 2 world champions in the space of the last 4 laps? I mean, there's some good moves. Yeah,
it was fun. You know, I knew we had to make it happen, and you know, once I caught them, I was sat behind there for a few laps, and I was like, okay, and my tyres weren't getting any better sitting in that traffic, so I knew once I had a sniff, I had to go, and yeah, that's what we did. So awesome. Just
where can you go from here, Daniel? Now, I mean, realistically, what's your target for the second half of the season?
Just to get better. I think that's realistic. I'm young. I'm still going to keep improving. You know, I ain't getting slower. So let's keep on this ramp I'm doing.
Well, Fernando, we talked before the race about a possible podium. It couldn't have come at a better time, could it?
Yeah, it was definitely a perfect time. It was a tricky race with some changeable conditions, with some safety cars, some rain, and that obviously changed the cars a little bit, and we took the opportunity.
Some big decisions, some key decisions. Why didn't you come in earlier for that pit stop?
Yeah, obviously the first safety car, we were on the last corner, so we missed the pit lane entry, and with that move, Richard and Felipe overtook us, so that was a little bit of an unlucky position. And then with the last safety car, we saw Richard and Massa pitting. We stay out. We had the opportunity to lead the race and to control the race from the lead, and we thought that it was the best decision. We struggled a little bit in the last part with the tires, but this podium obviously tastes like a victory.
It did look very tense out there in the final lap with no grip for you, but how difficult was it to hang on to the second spot?
It was difficult, but I think Luis had the medium tire, which was a little bit less grippy, and I had a little bit of advantage in level of grip there. Obviously, I wanted Luis to take second position or to hold Ricciardo a little bit longer, because that was a help for me. But when I saw Ricciardo passing Hamilton, I was only 1 lap in front of Daniel at that stage, because he was so fast. With Hamilton, was a little bit easier.
And what about that moment at the chicane? Did you lift, or did you gain an advantage?
I locked the rears, and I could not make the corner, and then I cut. I tried to wait and to come back to normal position. I nearly had a moment 2 laps to the end, and at that moment I thought I cannot miss it again, because if not they will give me a penalty. So I tried to make the chicane, and yeah, it was, tires were completely on the limit.
And final question, how would you sum up the first part of 2014?
Difficult, tough.
Wow, what a recovery drive. To go from pit lane to third, you certainly didn't think it was possible before, and I guess when you had that spin at turn 1 with the cold brakes, would have been even further from your mind.
Oh my God, yeah. That was one of the worst moments of my life, that spin. But I was just saying that if I haven't had any luck, that was my little luck cushion there. It just really kind of helped me get out of that and continue. And yeah, I mean, it's been a roller coaster ride these last 5 races, particularly the last 2. But I'm very grateful that I was able to get through cleanly the last 2 races, and just about at least, and still be able to get some decent points. And today, to be on the podium, it's a huge middle finger to adversity.
One way of putting it. Another little bit of luck for you. Yeah, you didn't swear. Very good. Another bit of luck was Vettel's spin. You were able to capitalise from that.
Yeah. Well, I could see that every lap he was going over that curve, and I was like, oh, be careful, be careful. I'm not going to go on there, because the water kept spraying up. And then, so he did it again, and he went off. And that was obviously instrumental in the race result as well. Getting past him, I was very difficult to follow and get past him, as it was with the top drivers such as Daniel and Fernando and also Nico. So that definitely helped. Just things helped along the way, and I'm really, really grateful, as I said, to be able to be up here in the pen. You know, considering I started from the pit lane, it's a good comeback.
You certainly deserve a bit of luck. You've had your fair share of bad luck. What about the radio messages between you and your teammate? Was it a case that you couldn't possibly let him pass because you'd have lost so much significant time to Fernando and Daniel?
Also, I would have lost points to Nico. if I'd let him past when they asked me, he would have beat me. So I'm not quite sure what the situation was there, but you know, I don't want to comment really on it. I'll go and speak to everyone and give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure it's for the right reasons, perhaps, but ultimately I would have lost points today. So it definitely feels strange for me, but I'm grateful that I took the right decision for myself.
Do you think it cost him the win?
I don't know. I mean, that's not really a thought on my mind. At the end of the day, I was racing for myself. I wasn't racing for him. So.
You've used the word roller coaster before. Just how much of a roller coaster has the whole of the first half of 2014 been?
It's been killer. It's been killer, but I've enjoyed it. As I said, you know, the last two races, as painful as it's been physically and mentally, to be able to come back and really knock on the door of adversity and really kind of punch through it and fight through the field, that's like one of the greatest feelings you could ever possibly have, especially when you have the car to do it. So I've enjoyed that.
Nico, I know you'll be disappointed with fourth today. I guess it was a case of not being able to recover from that first safety car.
Yeah, it was the first safety car that came out in the worst possible moment, and yeah, so that was definitely hurt my race a lot, because up to then it was really going well, and but things like that happen, you know. In a race like today, so many things happen, so it's not unusual that some things go wrong, and then also strategy, I think, was not the right thing to do. But you know, that's the way it is. In hindsight, it's always easier to say. And most of all, though, I had a chance in the last lap, you know, which was exciting. But I'm very, very annoyed that I wasn't able to make it happen. It was obviously going to be difficult. But Lewis made a mistake in turn one, and that gave me a small chance. Just tried around the outside, but didn't work out.
And what about the radio message that were going backwards and forwards about you wanting Lewis to let you pass, given that you were on a different strategy?
No, I didn't want. It was the team that informed me that he was going to let me pass. That was it. Yeah, I don't know what happened then. We need to discuss internally. It's better.
Is that maybe because you weren't quite close enough to him at that stage? Because certainly what he said back over the radio was, when he catches me up, I will. I
don't know. We need to speak about it internally.
Okay. Well, listen, bad luck today, but well done on what was, as you say, many variables.
Yep. It's okay. I mean, still ahead in the championship. Going into the summer break, now sit down, you know, rethink everything, and then full on attack coming back.